There's this lady sitting in the house there, and Alan just didn't look like the kind of guy that should be with that lady. Come to find out it was Judy, so
Now who's Alan? I'm confused.
I told you, Alan Pariser.
Oh, Alan Pariser. Okay. All right.
Can you turn that off?
Oh, the lights? Is
Yeah.
it bothering you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll turn the light off. I'm sorry. Hold on. Yeah. Wait. Okay, is that better?
Yes.
Okay, groovy. There we go. And it turns out...
So your mother was up there with Alan. He'd brought her over to hear the band. And I just decided that I'd like to find out who this woman was. So I just sort of made a full-out effort to make sure that I got to know who she was. I think had everybody leave Alan's house, so I was purposely left there without a ride. And then I asked Judy to give me a ride. By that time, I'd softened her up enough to where she did. And I think we went to get something to eat. And I don't remember. But anyway, I know that from that point on, we were together, and Alan was always pissed off at me for coming snagging her away from him. But
She told me that it was your southern charm. She had, being a New York girl, she had never actually met any southern good old boys before. And when it was Linda Lawrence, she says, that brought her to this party that was with you. Rita Coolidge wasn't there at the time. It was you and Delaney.
no, I know.
Bonnie.
Rita Coolidge wasn't even in the picture.
Right.
We didn't even know Rita at that time.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, she said that she was...
Now that's where I'm at.
So that's what
Excuse me.
she said. So, but how did Rita Coolidge become my godmother? Whose choice
I don't
was
know.
that?
I was your mother's.
Okay.
So, Amber, you're asking me, I know, and this is what makes me feel kind of inadequate. Keep asking if I don't know.
No, that's okay. If you don't know, that's all right. So, but do you remember an incident with Jim Morrison at a party in Beverly Hills? The first time that you met Jim at this
Well,
party?
I'd met Jim before the party in Beverly Hills. I'd met Jim. He was with the Doors. They were both on. Their group was on Elektra Records, as was Delaney and Bonnie. And I'd met Jim in the studio during the Delaney and Bonnie sessions, and they were doing Doors sessions. Actually, their producer was sort of producing us at the same time. So we were kind of between his band, the Doors, and the Delaney and Bonnie band. We were sort of like, in different camps.
So what happened with that? Was there an altercation with you and Jim?
Well, you sound like an attorney asking me leading questions.
Well, it
Just
doesn't
say,
mean
what happened with you and Jim?
What happened with you and Jim?
Well, not much happened. He's a Sagittarian, and he was, I don't know, it's just, I guess we're both filling our oats, and I don't know, we got in each other's face, but then we got to be friends.
Yeah.
And he and his wife, I can't remember her name, Pam or something, I don't recall what it was. And well, your mom and I went out to dinner with them at one place. I don't recall exactly where it was or what was done, but anyway, Jim and I did become friends, and then he died.
Yeah, that was awful. What do you remember of the Delaney and Bonnie coming to New York?
Well, I remember when we first came here, your mother, I asked your mom to come, and of course Alan Pariser was in charge of buying all the tickets, and everybody had first class tickets except your mom. She had a tourist class ticket. So we took off. I mean, there wasn't anything I could do about it. I didn't even think about us traveling first class, and we never traveled first class. But on this trip we were. And your mom had a tourist class ticket. So on the way there, actually shortly after we took off, because I felt really bad about it. My lady's sitting back there in the back, and I'm up here. This ain't right. So between me and Bonnie and Delaney, We got Alan to upgrade your mom to first class, so she came up to first class and rode up there with us, and that was all good. And we went to your Aunt Gert's house. We went to New York. We did the Tonight Show, and we played a gig at I don't know where. I think it was Fillmore East. And anyway, your mom really sort of showed everybody around town. Not around town. She showed us how to get to your Aunt Gert's house. And your Aunt Gert had a party for us, Leon and Rita and everybody in the band.
Mom said that it might have driven her and Bonnie a little further apart because of the class system. Did you feel any of that? What was your impression
I have
of
no
Mom?
idea what you talk. I don't know. I never saw anything about it, so I couldn't comment on that. I don't know.
Why did John Lennon give us a house in England?
Well, John didn't really give us the house. It was because Mick was going somewhere, and you guys were coming over, and I didn't have a place to stay, and I'd become friends with John. And I told him that, I don't remember how it came about. I said something about, boy, I sure need a place to stay. You don't have an extra room or something like that. And I said that to John. He said, well, as a matter of fact, I got more than a room. There's a house out there that Yoko's been leasing for this photographer, Anthony Fawcett, who was hired by Yoko to document photographically every living minute of the day with John and Yoko. And I think John was kind of tired of that, so Anthony he had to leave the house, and I moved in. And that was pretty much it.
Who was Mom, though? What was her personality like?
Oh, she was very gregarious, very beautiful, outgoing, intelligent, someone who was very easy and to get to know.
Was I ever naughty as a child when I was a baby?
Other than, I don't know. I don't remember you being really naughty as such.
How did you and Patty and George Harrison become such good friends?
I met George when I met George in Los Angeles. He came out to see Delaney and Bonnie band play out in the valley. He wanted to sign us to Apple Records. In fact, there was a copy of the very first Delaney and Bonnie album. It was issued on Apple. I was pressed up. I don't think it was ever marketed. But George was he was a big fan of the music. He liked the Southern gospel thing, and we just became friends